Good morning to my Facebook family and friends. I want to say I wish you a happy Sunday. I'm coming to you to this morning because for the past week, maybe a week and a half, I've been just in some ways having a heavy heart with all of the things that I have been seeing in the world today. And when I say that, I mean all of the election, the election, and all of the things that it has revealed. When I look at racial injustice, which is not just here today, it's been here all of my life. But it's like it's being laid bare. It was laid bare in the 60s, and it's laid bare again, for us to see wrong things being done to people. It's the other part is just to see how we are treating each other as human beings. I sometimes wonder if there are many people who feel like I, as a black person, as an African American, is not really human, because there's a way that you should treat people. And so I started to say, ask two questions, because if you're a believer of Christ, I started to ask, how can you say, or are you really a Christian? And then I said, well, some people don't believe in God or higher powers, but they do feel like they're good people. And so then I asked the question, are you really good? Are you really a good person? So a Christian is defined as someone in the Bible, as someone who loves God more than anything and loves others more than they love themselves. A good person is a person who does good, who is moral, who is excellent, who is pious, who is morally, who does things that are moral. And so they do good. They do things that benefit others. So, we need to ask ourselves individually, are we really that? And really you need to ask God, to me, because how you define good. If I'm a good person, then how do I call wrong right and right wrong? When I see something wrong being done, how am I in a place of saying that it is right? When I see what is happening with our election system, what is happening with the threats, when I hear, and this goes to us as Christians, when I hear I see a pastor on video telling people to kill somebody, and then calling on the name of Jesus as he does it. So to see a people, you know that this is wrong. We have videos of how people are treated differently just because of the color of their skin. I'm a nurse. When you peel back this skin, whether you Asian, whether you're African American, whether you're Puerto Rican, whether you're German, whether you're white, when you peel the skin off of a body, everything is exactly the same. Your blood is no different from my blood. And when you need blood and we have the same type of blood, I can give it to you. So I'm a human being and you're a human being. And to do good is to treat me as such, to treat me the way that I would myself. I should be treating you the way that I want to be treated. I should be not so afraid of how it's going to affect me that I won't stand up for good, stand up for the truth. And when I look at, what has happened in this country, I'm like, where are those who are standing up for the truth, or who are standing up for what is right, who are operating as they say they are? They are Christians who say, I love God and I love others more than I love myself. Where are you? When you see something wrong happening, like, we have all these videos now of Karens and Beckys and, even us as people acting crazy, acting mean, acting not out of kindness, not out of goodness. And do we speak up in those situations? Or do we just turn a blind eye? Do we decide that, I'm not going to get involved, for fear? that we have fears? Or do we just not care? Because to love is to care. To be good is to do good. And it's not just acts of kindness. A lot of times we say we're good because we do acts of kindness. Giving to a charity and turning your back on injustice and wrongdoing does not make you a good person. And the final thing I say is that, when I think about our political system, everyone in every branch of service, be it a police officer, a congressman, a judge, a senator, a president, all mayors, governors are all elected by us to do good for us. And I think that many of them have forgotten. When I see that there are people, this is not doing good when you allow people to not get the relief that you can provide. The Good Samaritan walked past a man who was in trouble. Not the Good Samaritan, but the story of the Good Samaritan tells a story of people walking past, even a pastor walking past a man in need because they had other things to do. We all have our reasons why we do it. But then, the Good Samaritan comes and goes out of his way to make a difference. So, for you who are called to serve, for you who are called to justly, are you doing that? Are you being just? Are you being just? Are you doing what you're called to do? Are you serving people? Or are you serving yourself? The government is not going to shut down because you make sure that your resources are taken care of. Think about it. You all are getting health insurance and you're getting your paychecks. And you have millions of Americans who are out of work and who need some relief. And you all are worried about what the party says instead of coming together to do what is going to be best for your people that you are called to serve, that you elected to serve. You wouldn't be in office if you weren't supposed to do that. Police officers. I don't know. Somebody told me that they took off the police cars used to say to serve and protect. But that's really your function, is to serve and protect. Are you doing that? Take care of our neighbors. We try to look at one act of kindness and say that makes us a good person. But you got to be doing good in all things to really define yourself as good. That's why the Lord said no one is good except him. Because, on our most prayed up day, we can mess up. So, we really need to evaluate, are you a Christian? Because if you're a Christian, there are two things you're called to do. Love God more than you love each other. And if you are a good person, then you're called to be pious and morally correct and to do good. That includes acts of kindness. That includes not letting wrong things be called right. Standing by when wrong things are being done to other people. So I'd like to hear your thoughts, because I know I'm not alone in feeling this way. Be not deceived. Because I have this question does not mean that I don't understand that I have to put my ultimate trust in God. That I can trust that God sees all and he knows all and he will be there for us. He is making a difference already. But we, his people, are called to a standard. We, his creation, God created every person, have a duty and a responsibility to take care of our brothers, our neighbors. So let me know your thoughts. Please, I'd love to hear your comments. Have a blessed day.